This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, this is for all my fellow millennials. I think it's about time we admit we're old. And here's what really hit me in the face with it. They made this remake sort of reimagining of Goosebumps thing, and I've been watching it. And one of the characters the other day said, "You sound like a millennial who heard a word on TikTok and now tries to use it in everyday conversation." And ever since that came up, Christ, I felt old. Trolls! Oh, they're everywhere! Thrall's Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolas, Gershom, and Wooly. Ooh, what's up, swingaz? From the TBHQ in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, welcome to Thrall's Balls, episode 112. Yeah, I had to actually look that up earlier. Crazy that you start forgetting how many episodes you've done. Anyway, I'm Wooly, the crashin, thrashin, destruction warlock, and here with me are Gershom, the sassy-ass beast mastery hunter, and Bentolas, our resident raw-mogging aug-voker. Is that still the case, bro?
So is the case. Let's go.
So far. So you've locked in for the raid tier with that?
For right now, yeah. But
Yeah, buddy.
Wooly,
Yo.
I'm gonna send you an oversent meme of Ray Liotta laughing really, really hard and saying I feel old, and then on the bottom it's gonna say my friends who don't have kids yet who say they feel old. Bro, just wait, just fast forward 10 years, you're gonna be like, where's my fucking walking cane? Because that's me every day of my goddamn life right now. What's up, swingers?
I've also hurt my back.
I'm quite
hold
spry
on,
for my age. Don't worry.
Are you wearing headphones?
No, I have to use a Bluetooth speaker. My headphones broke. Is it causing feedback?
I'm hearing myself in your speakers. We can roll with it. It's fine. So you guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah, tell me a joke.
All right.
tell us a joke.
What's up?
Tell us a joke.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. Okay. Volume is kind of funky here right now. All right. So Dave and Tom were drinking in the Dwarven District one day, right? When Dave starts bragging that he knows just about everyone there is to know. Tom goes, bullshit. And Dave's like, it's true, man. I can prove it. Name anyone. So Tom thinks for a second. He's like, all right, well, what about Chromie? Do you know Chromie? Dave's like, easy. So they walk to where Chromie is, handing out quests to new adventurers. And she's like, Dave, how's it going? And Tom's like, okay, well, you got lucky. She meets a ton of people. I bet you don't know Moira Bronzebeard. Dave's like, oh, you want to take a fucking bet? So then they hop on the tram. They go to Ironforge. As soon as they get out of the tram, there's a guard that's like, Dave, good to see ya. And then they get into the throne room where Moira says the same thing. Dave, what brings you to Ironforge? That was more Irish than Scottish. Whatever. Nobody kill me in Europe. Tom scowls for a second. He's like, well, there's no way you know Tyrallion. There's no way. That guy has his hands completely full running Stormwind. Dave laughs a little. He's like, you want to take that bet too? And then they head back to Stormwind and they make their way to the keep. As luck would have it, Tyrallion was expected to address the people of Stormwind that day. So there's this crowd forming, waiting to see him appear overhead on the battlement. And Dave turns to Tom and he's like, wait here a minute, and then disappears. After a while, Tom starts to laugh to himself. He's like, there is no way. I got you now, dude. You tried to sneak in. You got arrested. I bet anything. Right then, Tyrallion walks out overhead, and Tom couldn't believe it. Right next to him is Dave, and Tyrallion's got his arm around him, gives him a high five. Just as Tom's opening his mouth to swear, the guy behind him goes, oh shit, who's that with Dave?
What? Sorry.
I don't get it.
Didn't get it either.
Everyone knows Dave, even the guy behind him.
And they didn't know who Tyrallion was.
Yeah, they know Dave before they know.
The best jokes are the ones that need explaining.
No, seriously, that's an old joke. That's a very old joke.
No, I get it. I was just super I was just stoned as hell. You guys want to hear a joke? I have a joke too.
Go for it.
I'll try not to fuck it up. Are we short on time? Can I tell a joke?
We're not short on time.
Okay. So there is celebration across the land of Azeroth. As it turns out, Tyrande, after however many millennia, is finally pregnant. And everything great happens. The gifts come pouring in, the messages, and finally the day comes and she heads to the hospital with Malfurion, and she's going to have the baby, and everything's going great. She's in great shape, you know. She's a priestess. She's good, right? And everything's going real well. And all of a sudden this gnome comes in and he goes, "Excuse me, Miss Whisperwind." And she says, "Yes, of course," always, you know, composed and calm, even though she's in labor. It's fine. And the gnome says, "Well, my colleague said that it would be good to ask you because you're so kind and you seem to be having such an easy labor. We thought we could try a new spell." So Tyrande says, "A new spell?" And the gnome says, "Yeah, I thought we came up with this new spell where the father of the baby can feel the pain that the mom is feeling, and we just cast a spell on him." She says, "Well," she looks at Malfurion and she says, "Okay, well, what do you think?" And he says, "Of course, my queen, I'll do anything, whatever." So they cast a spell on Malfurion, and some days go by, some hours, whatever. And finally, beautiful baby is born. And they're coming home. Malfurion says, "That's really odd. I don't think that spell worked. I think we should go back and tell that guy that, you know, you might want to tweak that spell a little bit." And she goes, "Okay, yeah, well, when we get around to it, we'll put it in like the feedback for the hospital or whatever." So they're going along, and finally they get home, they get to their little tree, their little barrow den, and they come up to the porch, and Illidan's dead on the front porch.
The
pain of labor killed the father of the child.
The only reason I'm not laughing is I've heard it. So I was like, I know where this is going. This is a good one.
It's an old one. Yeah, that's another old one.
All right. Well, I suppose as good as time as any. What have we been up to in WoW this week, guys? How about you, Gershom?
Oh, okay. I thought Bentolas was gonna go because he hasn't been here. Okay. So like the same shit. Obviously, we have like 2 weeks until the patch and everything, but just kind of doing the same thing. And so I was having some thoughts. I'm gonna narrow my activities down. I think I might even, like, except for Gershom, like cut out everything except like the Dream Surge. And if there's a weekly that gives a piece of raid gear, then like I'll do that. So my reasoning for this is I got my warlock to 70 last night, finally. She just exclusively did time walking from like 60 to 70 and like headless horseman, and it took me longer than it should have. Like I started on like at the reset, I think, so on maybe Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, and then last night she hit 70, so like 4 days to 70 via time walking. I probably could have done it in 2 days, but you know, life, whatever. So this bitch, this is like, when did I say new main? Because I'm not kidding. This girl has my heart. Dang, I feel so comfortable on her. Wooly, like, you love your warlock. Do you what spec you play though?
I play Destro.
Yeah, see, I am just kicked back in my chair. I've got this rotation like down. I need to figure out like some little things, like I haven't like had to summon anyone or do anything weird like that, but like just the way the DPS is cranking and the way the fucking rotation feels, bro, it's like she's my bae. I feel so sexy on this tune. Like, I just love her so much. And so like at the same time, I guess, like, I totally fell out of love with my rogue. I can't stand that bitch. I don't want to do nothing on her. I am like done with this. I am done. Yes, Bug Nasty. I'm done with her. I was always struggling to play her. You know what it is though? Is that I have come to the unequivocally undisputable final answer for $20 million, the final answer is I don't like melee at all. I need to do range DPS. That's all it is. Like, I cannot be up there in the fire, bro. I don't. Oh my god, my rogue was literally making me feel like stupid. Like, I was just like, oh my god, my hands. Like, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But set me back way like 40 yards away on my warlock or my hunter, bro. It was just like bacon all day long. I love that shit. I can't do melee though. I can't do it. Which kind of spells like bad news for poor Willis, because I got him to like level 3 and I don't think I want to play him either. My warrior. But I'll keep the name though. And then
I'll there to tell you what's up. What she's been talking about. What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, exactly. And then other than that, Gershom had to go to the Public Works District in Dalaran and get a restraining order against Mizzen, because I'm still getting Rumble Nail like all day on all my tunes, like a lot of them. So I submitted a bug report just for fun, even though I'm sure they've gotten like 10 million of them. I said, you know what? You want to send 10 million fucking letters from Mizzen? Here goes another bug report about it, because it's ridiculous. But other than that, yeah, I didn't. That's all I did.
How about you, Ben?
A whole lot of nothing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's that point in the patch cycle.
I did like I filled out my vault for my evoker. I'm working on my paladin. I'm working on my other healers. But like, yeah, you're right. It's like that point where I'm just like, whoever's got the lowest high levels was getting played this week.
Well, there you go. With me, whenever I have been on, I've just been wanting to do something easy. So I've just been leveling my, slowly leveling my enhancement shaman. His name's Wolgrim. He is a dark iron, and he's like 65 or something right now. Time walking can fill in the gap. Ooh, I actually have a story. So I was in time walking last week, whatever week it was Legion. So last week or the week before. And, which is weird because it's missed this week. So why is it? Whatever. So I'm running around Ivashara, right? And this tank is fucking terrible. First of all, he doesn't clear a single mob before you fight that, whatever the fuck it's called, that giant like snake eel thing that comes out of a few different puddles. And then he wants to know why we're still in combat after. Well, dumb shit, it's because I'm over here fighting a brave little seagull. So like that was something. But then later in the dungeon, something drops for the paladin. Okay, think about that for a second. The tank is a bear druid, and he wanted the chest that dropped for the paladin. So the paladin obviously didn't give it to him, and so he goes to send a vote to kick that says selfish dick. I'm thinking people didn't read it. They just clicked, okay, fuck it, get rid of this fucker, without even thinking about who was being kicked or why. And then we get to the end of the dungeon. I'm like, did you really kick that guy because he wouldn't give you a piece of plate gear? And he's like, yeah, selfish fucker. And I was like, ignoring the fact that it's plate, for one thing, that dropped for him. For another, you have no way of knowing if he needed it. Well, actually you do, you could compare, but he probably didn't. Even so, I was like, that dropped for him, not for you. Nobody owes you gear. Nobody should be kicked because they don't want to give you their gear. And then I was like, you're shit tank anyway. And then everyone else in the group was like, agreed. It was awesome.
I had a obnoxious like kick story from time walking too. So like we were in Temple of the Jade Serpent. I think it was earlier today. It doesn't matter when. And they voted. The leader tried to put in a vote to kick the dude. So like, you go in there and you go down and you do Wise Mari first, and then you take the shortcut and you go down and you do the Cloud Serpent guy and the panda. Then you go down the stairs and the Shaw's right there and you're done. And it takes like 5 minutes, right? This guy the dude wanted to like go do the whole library part and like the whole part that you don't have to do with like the scrolls and everything. Remember, if you go the other way after Wise Mari,
that takes a year and a half.
Yeah, that part. And like he wanted to kick the guy who said to go the wise Mari way, the right way, the shortcut. And he wanted to kick the guy, and like everyone was like, no, what are you talking about? You're going the wrong way. It was like the dumbest. Oh my god, it was so stupid. Oh, and sorry to like steal the show here, but I did do one more thing. I forgot to write it in my notes, and it's super important. I was
done anyway, so
I tried. Okay, I'm sorry. I tried a new thing, guys. I fucking played Hardcore Classic. I finally logged on to Classic. Finally, after all this time, I have not done it, and I finally did it. I made a troll hunter named Gershom with 1 R. The name was not taken. And he's 4. He's in the Valley of Trials. He's 4. So what? Okay, so I'm like so far behind on this. I'm so excited today. This was like a lot of fun. Like I logged on and I made him and I was like, enter world, click, and like the cinematic started, and I was like, I didn't even consider whether I was gonna like skip it or not before it started. And as soon as it started, I was like just staring at it like like I was entranced like all over again. They like totally got me with the intro cinematic like all over again, bro. I logged in and I was like tripping. It was so good.
Were you high at the time?
Yes, and also
that'll enhance the experience for sure.
It definitely enhanced the experience. What did you guys know? I have a question for you, Wooly. You're gonna know the answer to this. So you know that chick in the beginning who's like, it's been 4 years since the pact between whatever, blah blah blah. That girl. Do you know who that is in game? You don't have to know the actress's name because I don't. Do you know what tune she's most famous for playing?
Rhonda.
To it? You're wrong. Sorry.
Rena?
See, I thought you would laugh at my joke because it dissed Malfurion. Fuck you. What the hell? Hi, welcome back. Love you. Jesus.
So who was it?
Maev. It's Maev's voice.
Oh.
Go back and watch that intro and listen to it. You'll totally hear it. I learned it on Morally Gray. It was Jin. He's good at his facts. Jin has good
shit.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right?
Using that back brain.
He is. I know.
Well, I suppose we can move on to WoW News then, because there was no one to teabag this week. So how about we get to some actually pretty good news? Let's do it.
Time for WoW News, motherfuckers.
Okay, so first things first. We know when 10.2 is coming, and we know when Season 3 is starting. So, patch 10.2 officially releases on the NA realms November 7th, with Season 3 starting November 14th. So, BlizzCon comes first. So, they're probably going to be announcing a new expansion, and then we're going to have to go home and play, okay, well, let's do 10.2. I'm really excited for, I don't know, dwarves riding through the storms or some shit. Instead, let's do that. Anyway, no, it is exciting. So, with the beginning of Season 3, normal, heroic, and mythic are all opening the same day. Shit, I forgot to write down the Mythic Plus pool.
It's Darkheart Thicket, Waycrest Banner, Altola Dazar, the new Mega Dungeon split in 2.
Yeah.
Black Cold.
Wow.
And Throne of Tide.
This guy just dropped mad knowledge. Holy shit. Nice.
I'm really glad Throne of Tides is on there because we need a quick
fuck
one.
that place, dude. Fuck that.
No?
Fuck that jellyfish boss. All right. Here's why I don't like it.
Okay.
It's N plus is you have to beat a timer, and I hate that there's unnecessary time wasting with the jellyfish and
the fucking elevator. Yeah. I hear you.
Probably hasn't this been said before? Maybe even on our program that they should find a way to like pause the timer like automatically when you cross like a threshold. Like they make thresholds in the game all the time. Like, oh, you can't mount here, you can't run here, you can't do this here or that here. You know what I mean? Like little invisible borders around NPCs all the time. So just make an invisible border around the jellyfish that as soon as everyone scoots in, it pauses your timer. I mean, I'm not a developer, but it seems like something that could be done.
I feel like people would find a way to exploit that. Like, all right, let's use this time everybody rebuff or some shit. Although you could probably just do that while the elevator's rising.
But the thing is, they have a way to fix it that already exists within the dungeon. After they kill the second boss, that stupid portal you take down, they could just implement that instead of the elevator you take.
They should do that.
Oh, that one after you kill that guy and you, yeah, that's right. Oh yeah.
So it makes sense.
That's a good idea. It does make sense. That's a good idea. That's way better than my idea.
All right. So do you know, does that, well, season 3, so that would also start on the 14th, and that's NA. So EU, you're a day later. And LFR opens same day as well, but that's just wing 1 on the 14th. Not sure why they're staggering LFR. Doesn't seem like much point, but wing 2 comes out the 21st, wing 3 the 28th, and wing 4 December 12th. So yeah. In other news, Hallow's End is now live. I burped, excuse me. There are a lot of changes to it, so see the article I've linked in here to read up about all the individual changes. But a couple things I want to point out. When you go to kill the Headless Horseman to get that mount, your first daily kill has an increased mount drop chance. I don't know if they did that in previous years or not, but I don't believe they did. And when you implement the curses, which I'll get to in a second, that also increases your mount drop chance. So what is that? That's 4 curses you can add to yourself. Think of them like personal affixes that make the fight harder. The rest of your dungeon group will not necessarily be affected by them unless they've implemented them themselves. So how you do this is there's a group of wicker men off in there. You go talk to the big one, he'll give you all 4 of them at once. Or you can talk to the littler ones individually to get maybe a mix of them, one of them, whatever. It can do it one at a time. And again, this only affects you. It doesn't necessarily affect your group. And the reason I say doesn't necessarily is because if you're making it harder for yourself and you're a scrub, well, you don't have to be a scrub. But if you're making it harder for yourself and you die, they gotta carry you. So, you know, it's not perfect, but it is a cool idea.
Wooly, how's your mount farm going? Oh, never mind. That was a dumb question. Yeah, I don't have it yet. Update. I don't have it yet. I haven't done the Wickerman yet either, because the fight was, I mean, like, we don't have to pick it to fucking dead horse pieces, but it was harder at first, right? Like, people get it now, but like at first it was harder. I even had to learn to manage my rotation a little differently, because like my focus, like those little spots where he would like kind of ride around and yell at you and like go orange again and not take your damage, that would just be time for like Gershom to sit and get his focus back. And now like he don't do that no more. It's like I had to manage my shit a little differently, honestly. It's not that it was hard, but it was fun. The change was fun.
I haven't actually the fight yet.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you got in there to see it or something, even though you have the mount.
Well, about that, people who have the mount might feel like they have no reason to, but you go in there, you can still get the fucking cum-filled pumpkin or some shit, and in there, it'll have, you might get the Scarlet Key in the loot-filled pumpkin. And what do you do with that? Well, if you go to where Scarlet Monastery has all the portals and you have that in your inventory, you'll see old key ring on the wall and it'll be glittering like you got a quest. You click on it, it'll give you the quest, the Scarlet Key. Complete that, you'll be able to use those portals to access old Scarlet Monastery on all characters on your account. Pretty sure that's only for the length of Hallow's End, but that's pretty cool, I'd say. You gotta like attune to the older, worse dungeon. I don't know. I think it's a cool thing. All from a cum-filled pumpkin. Also, there's a Hallow's End pack on the store. What?
Sorry, that's not the same one that you like jam on top of your head, is it? I hope not. I shouldn't have even asked. I should not have asked that question. I shouldn't have asked you that question at all. God damn it. We've been recording for almost 3 years together. I know. Never mind. Okay. I shouldn't ask that question.
I don't think I understand, but I blame the wheat. Anyway, so on the store, there is a Hallow's End pack of like goodies, so like pets and mounts. This is a bundle of things that are leaving the shop indefinitely as of 10/31/2023. So as of Halloween, they're gone. They'll probably come back in some way, maybe on the trading post. I don't know. But in that is the Iron Sky Reaver mount, Mischief, the cute little creepy kitty cat pet, the Warforged Nightmare, that is like that horse-looking robot hellish mount thing, and the Reigns of the Illidari Fellstalker, which basically is a Fellstalker as a mount. And then there's also Nibbles, which is like a little Fellstalker pet. Now, the price of this auto-adjusts based on which ones you already have. So, for example, I have... Which of those do I have? I think I have the Reigns of the Illidari Fellstalker. That would change the price for me. And I want to get Mischief before Mischief is gone, because Mischief is adorable. Everybody loves Mischief. And where else was I going with that? Oh, yeah, I'm suspecting those will come back to the trading post at some point. Which, speaking of, it's been found in the game files that are 3 mounts. 3 mounts have been added to the trading post. Nobody knows when they're coming, but they are the Swift Zevra mount that used to be a Recruiter Friend mount. It's basically a zebra. And the Spectral Griffin and Spectral Wind Rider, which were formerly Scroll of Resurrection mounts. My question is, when those come to the trading post, if you have to buy them separately, or if you can buy one and it gives it both of you, gives it to both of... Shit, how do I... It gives you both of them based on faction. Because that's... You're not going to ride around on a Griffin as a Horde and other way around. So I don't know how they're going to handle that, because Scroll of Res, I think it gave you both in one go, but you could only use one depending on what faction. I don't know. We'll see. And that actually is all I've written for the news. You guys want to move on to Mixed Drink of the Week?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck yeah. It's time for the Mixed Drink of the Week. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! It's the Mixed Drink of the Week. And before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the Mixed Drink of the Week, or any alcohol for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. Anyway, so we have been going through various leaders of different groups of dragons in the game, and we couldn't quite decide last week if the Cloud Serpents counted, which, after some research, the general consensus among the community is that although they are not dragons in the traditional sense, the idea is that they probably descended from the elements the same way proto-dragons are. So if you ask me, that counts. And so I have Nalak, who isn't a leader of them because they don't really have a leader. But thinking about that more, I'm like, I think even though Yulan is not their leader, it makes more sense to also include Yulan in this, the Jade Serpent. So what I've done is I've made 2 separate shots, one as assigned. I made one for Nalak and I made one for Yulan. This is going to be done as a double strikeout, so I'm giving you that that little nugget to work off of. And remember, 2 shots. So you only really need to guess Nalak, but if you want to guess both, go ahead. What do you guys think? By the way, Nalak is that guy outside Throne of Thunder that gives you the Azure Thundering Serpent or whatever Cloud Serpent thing, if you're lucky enough to get them out. All right, take it away. Gershom, you first. What do you think is in the Nalak shot?
Okay, so I only did the Nalak. I didn't know about this Yulan thing, so we'll see.
That's why I say only worry about Nalak, because I didn't bother telling anyone.
Okay, so I did decide it was going to be a shot, and I went with half a shot of coconut rum. And I feel bad because these might be things like that you probably wouldn't have around the house. And I didn't make this either, but I just thought the colors would be cool. So half a shot of coconut rum. And then the other half of the shot would be half hypnotic and half kinky pink liqueur. So it's like a layered pink and blue because that's kind of the colors of that guy. And then I just would shoot that.
All right, Bent.
All right, so I envision this as like almost two separate drinks. So for the first time, you're gonna take a hit of your bong, you're gonna chug a blue Gatorade, and then do a shot of hypnotic. And then for the second one, you're gonna just start off the same way. You'll take a hit of your bong, you do a shot of deep Eddie's lemonade vodka, and then you will wash it down with Mountain Dew Blue, Thunder one. That's it.
So in 2 minutes, in like 1 minute space, you're gonna make this guy take 2 bong rips and 3 shots of liquor.
Pretty much, yes.
College.
Well, actually, Bent is the closer.
That's amazing.
Although, it's funny that you both guessed hypnotic because I wanted to have hypnotic but didn't get any. So basically, what this actually is, it's 2 shots, one taken right after the other, strikeout style. So I take a hit from my vape, not my bong, because I got to keep the smell down a bit. And so take a hit, shot, chase with, I'll get to that in a second, and then the other shot, and then I breathe out. So the first shot, the Nalak, it is really simple. It's just lime juice and blue curacao. And then I chase that real quick with sugar, the same way you might chase a tequila shot with salt, which I am currently dumping on my hand. And then the other shot is Yulan, lime juice, half the shot is strawberry soju, and the other is Mountain Dew. And I almost forgot to include the last minute change I made to Nalak. There's a little bit of grenadine in there too. Just pour a tiny bit on top and let it settle to the bottom. The reason I've got this mixture of the sour and the sweet is because your sour is shit when you don't get the mount. And also that represents the lightning coming off of him. But when you get the mount, fuck that sweet. Make sense? I think it makes sense. Anyway, Yulan, I don't remember if I said this. I haven't even shot or smoked yet, but lime juice, half strawberry soju, half Mountain Dew. So hit, shoot, sugar, shoot, breathe out. Breathe out.
Are you gonna do this all right now?
Fuck yes, I'm gonna do it right now.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
All right, you want to send me off?
Over the lips,
Over
through the
the
gums,
lips, through
look
the
at
gums,
asshole.
Look at asshole and lungs.
Oh shit!
Beautiful.
Yeah. My coughing is not getting in the recording. All right.
I wish it was. I think that would make for better ratings.
Swingaz, they heard me die and you did not. Although the Craigbot recording would hear it, but the separate track I used to record me in the background, that doesn't have it. So maybe I'll do some editing trickery. Also, that was pretty good, by the way. That was pretty good. I would do that again. So next week, Bentolas, you are up, and I have realized that we haven't had a bronze dragon, unless you count when Gershom included Nozdormu into Murazan, but I don't.
We included that as the leader of the infinite, right?
Yeah.
I incorporated Nozdormu into it because you have to, but it was I was assigned Murrazond, yeah.
You can't talk about Murrazond without talking about Nozdormu, just as you can't talk about Deathwing without talking about Nalthari. So,
Exactly.
Ben, I'm not giving you Nozdormu. I thought that would be too easy. You need to look up and do a shot for Soridormi. Nozdormu's prime consort.
That's Nozdormu's.
Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Because of the do you do the event with her? What's it called? The
Orgy?
No, god damn it, the other event, not that one, the other one. The thing you have to farm, the group event from that one patch. Where you can buy all the recolored mounts and the thing, the primal storm or whatever. Oh god damn it, never mind.
Oh wait. Yeah, the fucking
The thing,
the
yeah.
the time thingy.
Time rifts, yes.
Thingy. Yes.
Oh my god. Time rifts. Wow, we did it. All right.
All
Oh,
right.
I have not.
5 stars. You have not done those.
Not at all.
Well, you have Soridormi.
Oh, I
Also-
can't wait. I can't wait for this stream.
That's no
Oh, boy.
that's those Dormu's bottom bay though.
Yeah, the prime consort of Nozdormu, who has been weirdly absent from the conversation about we can't let me become Murrazond. What's up with that?
Weirdly.
Sexist dick? Get your wife involved in this.
She's
Damn.
moved on before. She's all right. Hey, you think with all the cloacas and whatnot, do you think being a bottom bitch is even a possibility, or like how would that work?
I think
we had to insert dragon sex in here somewhere, so I went with prime consort, and I just I went with it.
I don't know what I think, but I think as I'm slowly descending into stonedness, that I never thought about this before, but it kind of pisses me off how sexist Nozdormu kind of is. He doesn't even mention her when he's worried about his future. What the fuck? You asshole. You
That's
asshole.
true. Alex Straza be
Yeah, but
loving
all
all-
the aspects are like that. They're like there's these like insatiable
No,
sex
see,
gods.
I was gonna say though, like Alex Straza. Well, of course, because it's Alex Straza, but like she be super affectionate for her mates. It's always like the love of my life when it's like Coriolis and when it's like Tyrannostraz too, and like War of the Ancients. She's like my most lovable husband, the father of all these eggs. Like she like wraps him in her wings. Like she's super affectionate and lovey, dude. Is she the only one
Of
that's
course
like
he does. He eats her
no,
cloaca.
because right, and then but only on her birthday. But then Malygos and
Sindragosa, yeah, we had
you
the whole
find all
thing.
those pieces of like poems and shit about how in love they were. So I don't know, Ben. I'm gonna counter you on that one. I feel like the dragons do love their consorts. But why does Nozdormu not move to Soridormi anywhere?
Ysera never talked about what's his nuts very much. She was like, "Oh yeah, you're here too."
Lorne, she's like, oh, the moose guy. That's cool. A demigod. You know what? Get your fucking ass out of here.
No, there was an actual dragon, wasn't there? Ironicus or something, or is that her kid? I don't know.
About the moose man that was Cenarius's. You know
No,
what?
I know. It's a rat. He's a dragon. I'm pretty sure he's a consort. To be honest.
I'm
I
not
think
gonna.
you're right about the name. It's like a Radicanus or something.
Definitely
It's
not a
just-
Redicron. Although, wouldn't that be a 70s soap opera twist? Ysera, you came back.
Oh.
Oh, yes, because I've been fucking a Redicron.
Gross.
Ironicus was a green dragon of the Green Dragon Flight, consort to Ysera, and was among the greatest of. So he was one of the dragons of Nightmare, though, wasn't he? Back in Classic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's where I know it from for sure.
All right, we figured it out. Well, you guys want to move on to head of the class trivia now? Let's go do that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Craig! Damn you, Craig!
Head of the class and eat filter of ass. Anyway,
What is this?
you like that one, Swingaz? I'm full of shit like that. All right, so this is Head of the Class Trivia. This is the section where one of us asks trivia questions of the other two. If the other two know the answer, they send it in via a Discord DM. To win and become head of the class, the question answerers have to score 70% or better. If they both do, then it goes with whoever's higher. If they tie, they tie. No one gives a shit. And then they're head of the class, while the asker of questions is eater of ass. On the flip side, though, if they do not score that 70%, then the asker of questions is the head of the class, and the two question answerers are eating ass like groceries. So with that all said, you guys ready to hop into this?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right. The theme I felt was appropriate because Hallow's End started is spooky. So question 1, oh fuck, I knocked over my vape. How would you go about obtaining the mount Midnight? So you both said OG Karazhan. It's Huntsman, hang on. Huntsman Atuman from there? Now, no, Atuman the Huntsman, Jesus Christ. What I don't know is if that original mount is also called Midnight, because I know Midnight is also the shiny red one that you get from the new Karazhan, isn't it? Or do they have different names? I thought they had different names.
Someone should look this up because I really thought it was the original one, and I thought the second one had a different name, but I don't know. And I said
I'm gonna
Huntsman
give it to you.
something.
I'm going to give it to you because there is a little bit of confusion about it, and you both said the same thing anyway. So rock on. Question 2. Where in the game would you go? And hint, you can't get there anymore no matter what. Where in the game would you go to find the room of upside down sinners? You have an answer, Bent?
Yeah.
All right, Bent got that one. The answer is the Forgotten Crypt. It used to be out back behind old Karazhan, and you can't get in there anymore. It was one of those places that wasn't really intended to be accessible in the game, and people got in there, and there's all these creepy corpses hanging upside down from spikes and chains and shit. So, yeah.
I wonder why they were called sinners. That's really weird.
I don't know.
That would be weird to look at.
Yeah. Well, I think because it was never meant to be included in the game, it's also not technically canon. I'm not sure. So there's probably not any information about it out there. All right, question 3. Mischief is a cute little spooky kitty cat pet. During which expansion did she make her way into WoW? All right, so Gershom said BC and Bent said Legion. Actually, what Bent said was no idea, gonna guess Legion, but it actually was Legion.
Oh
The
yeah.
High-res little kitty cat. Okay, question 4. What does the Haunted Memento do? Okay, the Haunted Memento, it doesn't turn you into a banshee. Oh wait, Bent is typing. Hold on.
My answer's there.
Oh, okay. It doesn't turn you into a banshee, and it isn't the currency you use to buy visions of N'Zoth stuff. I think that was, I don't remember what it was called. The Haunted Memento.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. Corrupted. Yeah. So the Haunted Memento makes a ghost follow you around as long as it's in your inventory. Now, question 5. Where did the Haunting Memento come from? Haunted Memento, sorry.
Can you repeat the question?
Where did the Haunted Memento come from? Side note, I am very much higher than I expected to be. I didn't even take that deep a drag. Okay, so Gershom said killing Lord Admiral Taylor, and Bent said, I have to let go of my push to talk to switch between the channels. Some ghost in Skolamance. It was neither, actually. The Haunted Memento came from the Scourge invasion for the pre-patch for Wrath of the Lich King, and it was dropped by the undead mobs that would invade as part of that. I actually haven't seen anybody afflicted with the haunted memento in a while now. Question 6. What creature was Pyrewood Village full of during Vanilla WoW? I feel like this one's probably pretty easy.
You can't say that because I'm Mr. 20 feet right now.
I don't think we ever explained what that was on the show.
It means high as hell, guys.
Yeah.
I think I said it.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I was high as shit. So I said in the Discord, I'm high. I'm Mr. 20 feet. So, 20 feet, Joe. I dread the day my job finds this podcast. It won't happen. So, to reiterate the question, what creature was Pyrewood Village full of at night during Classic WoW? Vanilla WoW. All right, Bent got that one correct. The Pyrewood Village, during the daytime is fine. It's just humans going about their thing. But at night, they turn into Worgen. And it's because Aragorn was doing some fucked up shit. So Bent got that one. Question 7. In the horrific vision of Stormwind, a group of orphan children are playing catch with something that's not a standard ball. What are they playing catch with? What are they throwing from one to the other? Nimbly bimbly. Okay, Gershom was closer. Bent said Eye of Corruption, and Gershom said an orc head. For all we know, it could have been an orc at one point, but it's a skull. A skull, presumably a human skull. So not going to give anyone the point on that, even though Gershom was closer. Question 8. What do you need to do in order to interact with the ghosts on Dark Moon Island?
Repeat that one more time.
What is it you need to do on Dark Moon Island in order to interact with the ghosts there? All right, Bent said no idea, and Gershom said kill Moonfang. What you have to do is you have to die and run around as a ghost, because you can't even see them if you're alive. They just look like random bits of twinkling blue sparkles flying through the air, and you can't really see what they are. And they're very subtle. So
their souls going to the Shadowlands.
Well, turns out they can come back anytime they want. Just follow us. What if we had brought fucking Uther back with us? He could have theoretically just gone through the portals we opened, couldn't he? I don't know, man.
This is such a long conversation. Oh my god, no, this happens all the time. Like, why are they just standing around in Ouroboros still? You know, if you like portal into Ouroboros, you can go talk to like Varisa and Uther and like Yen. Like everyone's still just standing around in Ouroboros. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't know. So we are moving to question 9. At present, I forgot to be giving updates about this as we go along. The score is 4-1. So at present, nobody can win anymore, but we're going to keep going. Question 9. What do the gnolls in Elwyn Forest make some of their tents out of? You can see this in game. You just walk up and zoom in. Okay, Gershom got this one right. Bent said deer hide. Gershom said human skin, which I didn't know that until today. How fucked up.
That is weird though. Like I saw that on a YouTube a long time ago, like creepiest things in WoW, and then they're like, yeah, if you zoom in on those tents, you'll see like screaming like faces and like human it's like features sort of stretched out on the tents. It's kind of fucked up. It's weird because it's low res and it's classic, but it's still fucked up.
Yeah, big time. Okay, the final question. I will be very impressed if either of you get this. Question 10. During which patch was Hallow's End first added to the game? Gershom said 2.1, Bent said 3.4. No, the patch was, believe it or not, 1.8.0. Same patch as Dragons of Nightmare. I was a little surprised by that coincidence myself.
I just couldn't remember. I was like, fuck, were we doing that in Classic, or was it Burning Crusade and that I was wrong?
Well, it has been part of my experience ever since I first started playing, and I started at the end of BC. So I wouldn't have known for BC that year. Well, no. Wait, yes I would have, because Wrath launched November that year. So there was exactly one Hallow's End that I would have seen in BC. Anyway, final score is 4-2 in favor of Bent, except none of those got 70% or better. So I win. I'm head of the class, and y'all are eating booty. So,
I thought we decided that was a win, though.
It's a loss. We decided the community fucking voted. Remember?
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Baker.
Gershom wants pets. I mean, not Gershom. Fucking Baker wants pets.
Gershom does want pets. Well, okay, no, I'm good.
Oh my lord. All right. So, final thoughts, y'all?
Gershom wants pets.
All right.
Gershom wants pets.
Oh god. My final thought, I was trying to say Baker. That's my final thought. Okay? Jesus. All right, well then we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Go ahead and follow us in the places. I am at Wooly08 on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom, Gershom, on Twitter, and it's the same on Blue Sky, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
All right, and at Hunter Gershom, Gerrshom, on Instagram. Bent is at Bentolas_outlaw on Twitter, and the show is at ThrallsBallsPod on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok. Go ahead and visit thrallsballs.com to leave feedback, find the show's social medias, and even look for a button to join our Discord. You can also email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com with any feedback. And there was another thing that I forgot to write, and I don't remember what it was, so I'm not going to include it. Anyway, bye. We love you. Be good.
Love you, swingaz. Bye.
Later, guys.